Hi guys, today we're looking at this 2016 Vauxhall Insignia. It's a 1.6 CDTi and the engine model number is B16DTH. And the problem with this one is that the boost pipe has failed. Let me open the bonnet and I'll show you what I mean. This is the pipe that I'm talking about. This is the pipe that comes from the intercooler, so the air pressure has already been boosted, comes through the intercooler and arrives at the engine here. So this pipe contains the boosted air. This is the pressurized air, and it's the seal here that fails on the end of the pipe. Now, I've seen a couple of videos already on this. People have shown how to repair this, either replacing the whole pipe, which is obviously the first option. Replace this whole pipe, just get a new pipe from the dealership. These are expensive though. These are usually around about £100 to buy. So these are expensive just for a plastic pipe. It comes from here, just goes down to the bottom. You need to also get underneath the car to disconnect it from the intercooler. But that is the easier option. That will just basically just clip back in. Let me show you what fails here. I'm going to remove this engine cover just to get a little bit more space. This just pulls off. So this is the part that fails. I think the plastic just gets brittle on these over time. And for me, I was driving down the road and I just heard this bang. I just pulled off at the traffic lights and there was this big bang. I mean, it sounded pretty serious. So I was thankful that it was just this pipe that had broken and nothing more interesting. And the bits that I found in the engine bay with this, so this usually sits on the end here. I think this is meant to clip on and then you spin this ring and it locks this into place, something like this. But this, as you can see, is cracked and the end of this pipe here is also shattered as well. Now it does still have the O-ring in it. There's a rubber O-ring inside here which can also come out when this breaks. So when you push it on, it feels like it's made a good connection. It's quite tight, that, but when it builds up pressure, there's nothing stopping this blowing off. So my suggestion to you, if you want to save some money, is to fix this with a silicone tube. Now, I've seen a few people where they cut this pipe off here. You can see that the diameter goes smaller at this point here. And if you cut it here at the smaller diameter, then you can use a silicone tube which is the same size as basically a straight tube, a coupler. And it will push onto this side, clamp and clamp. But what I'm thinking is, because this swages up, because this goes to a larger diameter, if I cut it and keep this larger portion on the end, push the pipe on, and the pipe that I bought is a reducer. So the size of this is 55 millimeters internal diameter and 63 millimeters internal diameter. And the 55 is good for this side here. So you can see that just pushes on. And then the 63 will get over this larger size. So as I push it over the larger size, I'm thinking I'll clamp down here at the smaller size here. And that should stop it pushing off, because the clamp will stop that. It may not work, but that is what I have in mind. So we're going to try that. So I'm going to cut this. I'll do this off camera. I'll just get a hacksaw and cut the end of this off. There's basically this part here with the locking mechanism. I'll cut that off, but I'm going to leave this larger section here. So let me do that and I will come back. This is the piece that I've cut off. This has got the O-ring in there still and it's past the locking mechanism. You can see there that grey piece locks into the other piece here and just turn and lock somehow. But you can see there that the plastic, the black part, is just shattered off. and blown this apart. So just this piece off the end and leaving the larger diameter pipe on the end of here. This is going to stop the rubber hose pushing off. Silicone hose, not rubber. So here, if we push this over, it's quite tight, but we want it to be tight. Push this down. And what I'm hoping is that we can get our clamp here on the smaller side. There'll be an airtight seal here where it's the thicker part of the pipe is touching the silicone, and here we can clamp this and stop it pushing off the end of the pipe. This piece here has a lip on it, a metal lip, so when we put the clamp on here, this lip will stop it pushing off this side. But here, if the pipe is just straight plastic, there's nothing to stop this just blowing out. So I think leaving the larger part in and clamping it on the smaller side, I think that's going to help with that. So let me get the clamps that I've got. This silicone hose, by the way, this was from a company called Auto Silicone Hoses. They make all sorts of sizes, and you just order the one that you want. As I said, this one was 55mm and 63. Two clamps that I got, just been to Halfords and got these, and it's a 50 to 70 and a 60 to 80. So that's a size C and a size F from Halfords. So I think these will do. So let's slide the larger one over first, and the smaller one, and then we can push this over the throttle body. It looks good. Just need to tighten these up. These look like 7mm. Yes, they are. So clamp this one near the end so that we get that lip clamped on. And we'll clamp this one near the end as well, so that it's past the larger portion of the pipe. Can actually push that in a little bit more, I think, because the pipe stops here. So let's try and get that in a little bit more. That's it. The battery's dying on my wrench here. So you can see here that the pipe isn't airtight on the smaller part here, but it will be here. And the fact that this clamp is past the larger part means that this isn't going to pull out, because there's no way that that larger piece of plastic can get past this clamp. So I think that's going to work. As I said, a straight one would probably work as well, but I'm thinking that the way that I've done it, there's less chance of this boost pressure pushing this pipe out, because that larger part is not going to get past this clamp. So that's it, fairly quick repair. And like I said, this clamp set here, the 2 clamps were around about £5 and the silicone tube was about £10. So £15 versus £100, I think these are from the dealership, perhaps even more, perhaps 100 plus VAT. So yeah, I think this is going to work fine. So I hope you found it useful. If you've done this repair yourself, let me know in the comments below if you've done it a different way or if you found that this way fails, but I think this is going to be fine. But the truth will be in the testing, so I will, if I do find it fails for some reason, I will come and update the video description and let you guys know. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.